Hello everyone, my name is Paul Astbury and I work for QualiFI, and we're the authorised Marantz distributor in Australia. Today I'd like to talk to you about the new Marantz AV receivers that have just been released, specifically 3 models that all have networking capability. And we're going to show you some great new features on these products that involve wireless streaming of music called Airplay, and the ability to control the AV receivers with your iDevice using Marantz's Wizz App. Okay, we've set up here the Marantz SR5006 AV receiver. It has extensive networking features, and we're showing here the list of options available when you choose the net USB input. The first one listed is Internet Radio. That's provided by vTuner. That gives you access to about 14,000 internet radio stations. You can connect a media server that's DLNA certified to access music and photos. You can also attach a USB stick or an iDevice into the front USB port to play back music and photos. You can also access Flickr online photo service, Last.fm and Napster music services as well. I'll now explain one of the great new features that's incorporated into the SR5006, which is Airplay. Now, Airplay is Apple technology that they've licensed to Marantz to include in this receiver and other new models as well. I've got here an iPhone 4. Now, this iPhone 4 is on a wireless network. So is the SR5006 on the same wireless network. But to connect the 5006 to a wireless network, you have to use a cable physically connected to the router. I'm going to open up the iPhone iPod and play a song. Now that's playing through the speaker of the iPhone. But you'll notice here, in the bottom right hand corner, is a new logo, which is the Airplay logo or icon. That tells me that this phone can see an Airplay device on its network, which happens to be the SR5006 in this case. If I click on that logo, up pops not 1 but 3 Airplay devices that we've got connected, because we have another Marantz product called the NR1602 and a mini system from Marantz called the CR603. And they all either have Airplay installed or have the option to have it added in later. I can rename any of these devices to say, for example, home theatre, bedroom, living room, dining room, anything I want as a more friendly name for when I'm choosing them in my iPhone. Let's just select the SR5006. Now you'll notice here that it's on standby. It's actually not turned on. If I select it, the iPhone will tell the AV receiver to turn on and change to the correct input if it wasn't already on it, and the music will just start playing. Way on down south, London town. You'll notice that if your television is on, the song information will come up, and if you have cover art in your iPhone, that's transferred to your television too. When I turn the music up and down on my iPhone, it's actually now turning up and down the SR5006. Another way you can do Airplay to a Marantz AV receiver is using your computer. Now, as long as your computer is either DLNA certified or a Mac, it doesn't matter. It's iTunes connecting to the Marantz AV receiver is the secret. Now, here is iTunes open on this laptop, and in the bottom corner of iTunes, it actually shows the Airplay logo and the device that we're sending the music to already connected. If I click on that, it gives me options of the other 2 devices on the network, but I could also choose multiple speakers and then select multiple devices on the network to send the music to at the same time. You can't do that when you're using your iPhone as the source for Airplay. So I just press play on my music, and it's now sending the music across to the SR5006. Okay, the last thing we'd like to show you is Marantz's control app. It's called Wizz App, and it's available in the iTunes store for free. Just search for WIZZ app and you'll find it very easily. It's designed specifically for the iPod Touch and the iPhone, but it does work fantastically in the iPad, which is what we're using here now. And down in the bottom corner you'll see the Marantz Wizz App logo, which I'll click on. And the app opens, and in this example we've got 3 Marantz network products connected to it. 1 mini system and 2 AV receivers. I'm going to select the one at the bottom, the SR5006. Now what you see here is the main zone screen, which quickly shows you the input, the surround mode that it's in, and the volume control. So if I just slide the volume slider at the bottom here up and down, you can see the numbers changing. I can do lots of things with the Wizz app. For example, I can source select. I can choose any one of the other inputs here. When I've chosen that, I can just close it again. But one of the most exciting things is the iPod player, which is built into the Wizz app. If I select that, it accesses all my music that's in my iPod, and I can just press play and select, see here in the bottom corner, the Airplay logo. I select it, and then I can choose within the Wizz app to send my music using Airplay to an Airplay Marantz device.